Hi guys, so following our recent poll on the Engage Finance Facebook page, again if you're not a follower of our page, please just drop us a like. It's just a simple click, and it really makes a massive difference to ourselves. So recent poll, you wanted to look at how to fund a flip project. So on the screen you'll see some rough figures that I'm working on, outlining the figures of a flip. So a flip is buying a property, renovating and then selling on the new market value. So quite a simple strategy and quite an easily funded project, but needs to work for the right kind of project, and you need to have the right sort of power team in place. So let me just run through some rough ideas of figures. As I say, these are rough ideas, and this works out at the perfect sort of deals. But again, if you've got any deals you want to run by us, my details are below. So as you can see on the screen, purchase price of 90,000. Okay, you can pick up properties in the Nottinghamshire, Leicestershire, Derbyshire area and across the country. Going further north, you could probably pick them up quite a lot less than this. So this is just a rough outline of figures. Renovation costs of 10,000. So with the renovation, the key part is to have a decent builder on side. When you're working to timescales, as you see on here, of 6 months, which is allowing you to do the purchase, refurb and then sell on, you want to keep timescales to an absolute minimum. So working with a builder is absolutely key, and I'll put Raithby's building services details down below. We highly recommend them for their professional and quick service. As I say, they can price up jobs for you. This is again absolutely key to working out figures. If you've got a rough idea of 10,000 and actually what you're wanting to do to get it to the right market value costs 15 or even 12, it can absolutely kill a deal. So I know Raithby's, they charge something like £50, and they'll come out and view the property with you. They'll go through what plans you have and actually give you a full quote there. If you then decide to go ahead with them, they'll then knock the £50 off the actual quotation price. But for that small amount, to have a second opinion from someone that's completed projects similar is absolutely vital. Again, the next figure down is stamp duty. I've worked this out at 3%, but this can vary depending on situation. Total deal 102,700. Okay, in regards to the funding, you could probably get 75% loan to value day one. Again, these figures are worked out as a rough, and they're also figures not including the borrowing the renovation costs. Again, if you've got a deal that you want to discuss borrowing the renovation costs as well, get in touch. But these are outline figures of if you were just borrowing the purchase price. So 67,500 towards the purchase, which is 75% loan to value. I've calculated it at a high rate of 0.85 for the 6 months. Now this varies from anything from 0.45 up to about 0.85, can go a little bit higher. It really does vary on the deal. So for this sort of deal, I've worked out at 0.85. Again, it's probably a little bit high, but just to give you an outline number, so it works out at £3,511 interest, and that's calculated for the full 6 months. So again, if you complete that, we look at lenders that will not charge early repayment charges. So if you complete it in 5, then you can work out the interest there. Okay, arrangement fee, again 2%, quite high, and I've worked on higher figures. If it works on the higher figures, you've struck a good deal, and anything extra that is lowered goes into your profit margins. Again, you can put this onto the loan, or you can choose to pay it up front. So I've included that, so the 67,500 plus the arrangement fee worked out at 0.85 a month for the 6 months, and that equals that figure. Okay. Other fees can include insurance. So you've purchased the property from day one, that property is now yours. Although you're only borrowing for 6 months, you need to look at insuring the property for a short period of time. Working with a good insurance broker, again, is absolutely key, and I'll put some details below as to who we recommend. Also including their legals, valuation and broker fees, so they're included in that figure. Again, it's just a rough outline, could be slightly more, could be slightly lower, and that gives you that total figure. total in there. So for the whole project, 102 for the buy, stamp and renovation, just under 8,000 for the borrowing costs, totals 110,561. New market value of 150,000. Again, absolute rough figures and ideal in the market. Sort of properties renovated to a good standard, that might tweak this. It really depends what you wanted to do, but this is a nice sweet vanilla deal, and therefore you're walking away with that as a profit margin. Okay, again, fees, you could add estate agent fees, you could do a direct to vendor deal and have someone lined up for the sale, but you can play around with the fees, and for this particular deal there's enough profit margin to work with. So hopefully that gives you an outline of how to fund a flip. Again, any questions, I'll put my contact details below.